How's it going, y'all? Welcome back. Martin, Captain, Mike, how y'all doing today? So, didn't stream yesterday, but that doesn't mean I didn't do anything. So, had a lot of crap going on yesterday. First day of school for the littlest one. The older one started today. Well, the middlest one started today. The oldest one graduated. Geez, I'm getting old. All right. So yeah. So, yesterday I set up Windows 10 on the streaming computer. So now OBS does the things that I expect it to do. How's everything look and sound? Raj, how's it going this morning? And then had to set up OBS again with all the scenes and all that kind of crap. Set up Stream Deck on this iPad, all that kind of happy horse shit. I set up Unraid on the server. It's still working on setting up all the parity drive stuff. It's extremely disconcerting because when I look at the monitor, it's me looking away from the camera a bit, and it's weird. It's like I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Does it seem weird to you guys? Like I'm looking off into outer space somewhere or something? Is that tall enough? It is tall enough. Yeah. You. Look down here. Let me grab this. It's weird. It won't let me do it like that. Okay. All right, that's a little bit better. Looking in generally the right direction. Somewhat. Maybe the other side is the monitor. We're gonna figure this out, I promise y'all. New stream setup, new problems. I don't know. Thought about purchasing a second monitor for this setup, but then I decided not to. That's mostly better. All right. Goodness gracious. 10-day stretch. That sucks, man. Hopefully it goes by quick, as you said. You can take a little bit of that overtime money. Buy yourself some blasters. I realized, so I did a thing. I had a few extra dollars. And was able to get the breacher. Which is a let me just see if I can bring it up and show you. will you freaking work? No, I don't want that. I want you like go into the corner. Damn you, clock. Will you do it now? No. All right, I don't know what your problem is, OBS, but anyway, let me bring it up over here. All right, let's go over to this. Make sure it switches right. All right, it has switched correctly. So, this is the Breacher Blaster by Mr. Sillybutts himself. Let's get some higher resolution going here. Fires silly shells. You can load all different kinds of Nerf darts in it.
Hello, everybody. This is Breacher, as you well know. This is my tube magazine pump action.
Holds 4 in the mag. Works like a pump action shotgun. Feeds like a pump action shotgun. I think it's pretty cool. So we've got that. It's kind of the blaster that started me wanting to do Nerf blasters in the first place. Well, that situation is twofold. We've got Martin, who I like to blame for this. For sending me a link to that video. And then we've got Albie for bringing a whole bunch of Nerf blasters to Midwest Rep Fest. And my daughters FaceTimed me while I was there, and the youngest one saw all the blasters sitting on the table, and that was a wrap. So, yeah, between the two, that's what got us started. So that gets released on the 31st. I got a kit coming for that. Got a kit coming for a little pistol thing that uses the same silly shells. You can load any Nerf darts you want in it, basically. And then I was like, I got a little bit of money left so I can order the darts. Well, I forgot that I was planning on ordering the darts and got whatchamacallit instead. Another blaster. It's uses linear rails and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's called the Crush by Chance. So now I need to come up with money for magazines and more darts to go. But that's what we've been doing. Oh, and let me show you this. So let me ask you a question. Is this not, can you see it? You can't see it. Come over here. Look at me. Look at me. We've got 5 kilogram spool of Polymaker black ABS on the Trident printing away. We've been printing Girari drawers. Got to print the faceplates. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Ooh, some of the bridging didn't turn out great on the bottom of this one. All right. Just go this way with it there. away with it. But if we get to it today on stream, if not, I'll do it after stream. We got 100-watt 5-volt power supply, so we can do away with the extra little power cord. Go into that powered USB hub we installed. So if we get to that at the end of the stream, excellent. If not, I'll do it afterwards. This is what we're working on right now. We've got the 2.4. We got the tool head all installed. I took the liberty of installing all the panel clips. Because that's extremely time consuming and also extremely boring. We got to get wired in. We got to get a little board for the tool head set up. So there's a thing in here I need. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where'd you go? Hello? Did I lose you? Did I lose you that fast? Or is it in the... Hopefully it's in the tool head box. It is. It is in the tool head box. Excellent. So, get that over here. So let's unplug this. That over here. Good, good. This is an extra part for a different size thermistor. I didn't know which one I need. I didn't feel like measuring, so I just printed both. Let's flip this over. And finish installing. Finish installing stuff. So here's our wire from our tool head. Here's our little board. Hopefully I took a picture of the wiring on that. I think I did. Let's see. Let's get our heat shrink down. We've got black, white, brown, and red. Let's find a picture. All right, we got a picture. So on the top, we have red, white, brown, black looks like it goes underneath the red. Oh, you dirty rat. Get in there. Speaking of dirty rat, the old lady was telling me this morning that somebody up in Oregon got diagnosed with the plague. Little retaining pin on that broke. We'll have to get out. Look, crimps and put a new one on there. And this is going to need a heat set. Get our heat set iron plugged in and heating up. All right, let's get our crimps out. Crimp, crimp, crimp. Yep. So, are you guys able to see this all right? Are you gonna follow me? Are you gonna like do something? Are you gonna do something today? I updated your firmware and everything last night. I would like you to try to not zoom in so much. I seem to be lagging. Nice. I feel you, man. Yesterday, by the time I got done and everything, kids dragged me over to Spirit Halloween again. So I went ahead and bought their costumes because it'd be a long 2.5 months if I had to go to Spirit Halloween 2-3 times a week to look at costumes every week between now and Halloween. So now I've got the excuse, if I already bought you costumes, I'm not going back to Spirit Halloween. By the time I got back from that, it was like 6 o'clock. I'm just like, man, like I had intentions on streaming up until that point. I'm just like, man, I don't feel it. I got a whole bunch of little tiny projects that I was really feeling overwhelmed with. I really needed to get done. They weren't things that were exciting to stream. In fact, I was having to run all over the place. Couldn't exactly stream from this computer when I needed to reflash an operating system to it. It's just, I don't know. So I was like, you know what? I just need a break. All right, we got one more screw in here. I was looking at getting a little electric screwdriver yesterday, but then I was like, all right, this thing is half this price if I buy it on Amazon versus from Micro Center. It didn't say Inland on it, but it looked like the same damn driver, just white labeled for Inland brand. And I was like, I was like, I don't even know. I've not watched any of Steve's streams lately where I've seen him using his electric ones. I've not seen Nero use his in a while. It's like, let me just see if anybody's even using this stuff still. Nice, Mike. That's hilarious. Let me guess, you're super tall too. Six foot, yeah. All right, well, there's no good place to like bolt this to, so we're just going to VHB this thing down somewhere, I think. So as soon as we'll hook everything up to it, see where it can kind of sit, and then we'll VHB it there. Free candy, yeah, that's right. I always end up throwing away so much Halloween and Easter candy. Plug that into the powered hub over there. Plug this in here. Kind of wants to get VHB'd right on top of that. does kind of want to go right there in the middle of all that crap. All right, 24 volt. What? I don't know what kind of neighborhood you live in, but I could think of some really hilarious costume pairings to go. Yep, she gonna get taped down right there. I just want everybody to understand that at the time that I built this, I had yet to discover Steve's streams. The only streams I was watching was Nero's build streams. Just saying. All right. All this crap going to. Whatever. Got this backwards. That would have been bad. This is voltage positive. This is voltage negative. We're just going to put two of these in now. double penetration on the voltage negative. There we go. Morning, Captain. How's it going, sir? How's your project coming along? All right, everybody. Hector posted early weekend sales here. 15% off all Honey Badger items with code capital HB15. Kits excluded. Ends Sunday night. So if you're in the market for any Honey Badger stuff, and let me tell you, these Honey Badger semi-satin build plates, I absolutely love them. Then you've got the classified steppers. They're Honey Badger classified steppers over there that we just put on the Trident. So they're 15% off too, it would seem. I do not have an affiliate link with Fabrico. You can leave a comment in there, though, if you purchase anything, and you let them know that Projects in Dad's Garage sent you over there. Speaking of Hector and Fabrico, so hopefully this thing does a thing and powers up and powers on today. And screw hardware kit gets here this weekend or something. Monday we'll start on the switch wire build, brought to you by LDO and Fabrico. That's going to have the Jabberwocky tool head on it. Switch wire is a quick build too, man. Quick build. So we should, by the end of the week, have that thing done, Jabberwocky installed, have that thing up and printing. I'm not going to do an enclosure on that. I'm just going to run that as my PLA printer. I need a printer that prints PLA. So we're going to set that one up to do that. And then, but that's not going to include the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. The Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder will be another series after we get that up and printing normal like. I want to get it up and going before I start messing with it. Just realized that that camera cover is still blue. Might reprint that in red. All right. Turn this around. Let's get some steppers all done. Tool head stuff. Supply. A box. So I know Captain's been waiting ever so patiently for Jabberwocky stream. Let me just pull up over here. Unplug my mouse. Had that charging. let's pull up the 2.4 manual. .3D printer stuff. 2.4 stuff. Manual. You never remember which stepper goes to what driver. So I'm gonna look up the wiring stuff. Yeah, Z motors. Crap. Yada 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 yada. Okay, so the B motor goes to the first one. Which one's the B motor? I was looking at it from the front. It'd be the one on my left. All right, so this is going to the first one. Does anybody else hate cutting down stepper wires? You just know it's going to come bite you in the ass at some point. Red. Jesus, Mike. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Now the bathroom just smells like a new car somebody shit in. I don't know that that's any better. Change it up. Jesus. It's like my 1 year on vacation, my brother-in-law got one of those bottles of poopery or whatever it is. And he's raving about it. And we were all sharing a condo. And he comes out, he goes, "Man, that stuff really works." I go, "Yeah." Said, "Now it smells like you've been down there in the flower beds eating dinner all week." So it doesn't smell any better, it just smells different, sir. All right, what's the chances that these colors match up? Or you stepper motor drivers? Red. Blue. Green. Black. No, there's no way that cutting this wire down to like 3 inches is gonna cause me trouble in the future. Citrus. uh, if you want spice of life, I guess you gotta go and include some Mexican food with that. Something really spicy. Or if Mexican's not your thing, maybe pick up some spicy curry. Really make your coworkers hate you and bring leftovers fish for lunch and put it in the microwave. Or really any seafood will do, I suppose. I didn't say you had to eat it. You just bring it and microwave it. Look at walk into the lunchroom, put really smelly fish into the microwave. And then overcook it in the microwave. Take it out and go, oh man, I overcooked this. Throw it away. And then just walk out of the lunchroom, go sit in your car and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. Or you just be like, man, what am I doing? I don't even like seafood, and throw it away. I don't know how good your coworker's sense of humor is. Fine, do it at the end of your lunch. Havoc, how's it going? What'd you miss? We are currently wiring the stepper motors. We installed the little breakout board thing for the orbiter toolhead board. We're gambling on whether or not this wire order is going to be the same between the wires that run to the steppers and the wires that run to the controller board. What is in my backyard? Nothing. Nah. Well, I tried, Mike. This is fraying wire for the thermistor. It's just a matter of time before it's shorted out on something. Well, I don't know a good way to depin those. You know what? I kind of don't like this thermistor being up here. It's gonna get caught on something. Tiny tree forest on the bathroom stall. Hey, you gotta enjoy the little things in life. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and pull this wire. all the way back. Said all the way back, you bastard. We're gonna take this thermistor off of here. We're gonna install it all the way up here, right next to the bed, where it's going to give us a real good, accurate measurement for what this chamber temperature is. I'll move it as far back as I can. All right. Havoc, how are your printers doing, sir? You get them all back together? All right. Cut this right about here. Cut this right about there. I can strip a whole bunch off of this, a whole bunch off of this. We're going to do the same thing over here. Then we're going to get one of these heat shrinks / soldering tubes. Thread it on there. Twist these wires together. Slide it back in there so that the wire section's right in the middle of that. So if you've never seen these before, here's one. Maybe. Stop focusing on my hand. Focus on this right here. Anyway, so it's got the white parts there on the end. A, color coded. B, act as a water sealant. When it's heated up in the middle, there's a bit of solder in there, and then it heat shrinks around it. Judge away. As I said earlier, this printer was I built this while watching Nero streams, and the wiring is inspired by those streams. I had not yet found Steve stuff. In fact, at the time, Steve only had like just a few videos out. Now, the tool I would normally use to do this, it's my hot air soldering station, so I can nice and precisely control that temperature when I'm heating that. Hi, I'm right here. But that's mounted on the wall over there on the workbench back there. So we're going to go with the old heat gun. Could do it with a lighter, but this is a little bit better than that. There we go. Clean this up a bit. That's all the wiring done. Now, yeah, I understand. There is no running a new one for this though. So I think I'm out of thermistors. So it's not like I can run a new one. All right, so here's the deal. I am not going to want to flip this back over to put the bottom panel on. So I also don't want to put the bottom panel on, flip it over, power it up to find out that I need to do something. plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. We can go to the overhead camera now. I'll turn this on, and then if it blows up, we've got a nice bird's eye view of it. How's that? There we go. In view. In 3, 2, 1. No smoke from the tool head, no smoke from the beacon, no smoke from underneath. I think we may have gotten it. All right. Pull up this and go to blacksales.local. Let's go to O2SLD. Orbiter. Now, somewhere we had this stupid thing. All right, so here's our manual. You do wiring for a living? Yeah. More pages. Trying to get to the part where I, set stuff up in Clipper. Microcontroller programming. This step depends on whether your board has firmware on it or not. If your board is first must enter DFU as follows. How do I know if it has it on there or not? All right, let's pull up terminal. SSH hi at all right. LS USB. All right. Press the boot and reset buttons. Reset while holding boot. Then all right. DFU dash util space dash dash list. So CD slash clipper make menu config STM electronics. Processor is the F072. Morning, Mammoth. How's it going today? Bootloader offset. No bootloader. Clock reference 12. Communication USB on PA1112. USB IDs. Escape. How do I set a custom ID? ORBITO. Underscore 02S. O2S. Got it. All right. Morning, Kegel. How's it going? Shouldn't be too far now. Gave up on your 2.4? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sometimes you got to walk away from things and equals 0483 semicolon DF11. And if you lived anywhere near me, I would come help you out with that. in DFU mode. File downloaded successfully. Okay, we got it that time. Yeah, man. Hit us up. We'll definitely help you get it taken care of. Press the reset button on your MCU and enter normal operation mode. ls dev slash by dash id slash USB dash clipper underscore this is a lot to type 072 xb underscore underscore O to S dash IF 00. Oh shit. ls slash dev slash serial slash by dash id slash where's the little star? There's the star. ls space slash dev slash serial slash by dash id slash there it is. Well, that man, when you're ready to give it another go, you let us know. You want to give us a quick overview of in what way it's cursed? Because I've been there, man. You guys watched me chase that fucking trident for, what, 2 weeks? All right. Download this whole zip file. All right, come back over here. The beacon 3D docs. Quick start. Audio kit frame was bent, so purchase replacement. Bed heater was non-functional, so replaced with mag bed. Tap switch died to crash gantry and destroyed everything badly. Damn, dude. Sorry to hear that. But sounds like something that can definitely be fixed. Sounds like you're looking at maybe some new printed parts. Yeah, maybe so sounds like you still have the original X-rail. So bending the CNC X-rail, not a huge issue. Those things are anyway. You got Vitali stuff on everything. I would just get rid of the G2Zs and put your normal steppers back on it. I don't know what all is the deal with them. I have seen a lot of people selling entire sets of them, though. So maybe some people have issues with them. Or it could just be a config issue where you don't have your steps right on rotation distance stuff for the Z, causing it to not actually move the correct amount. So it thinks it only went up 0.2 millimeters, but only went up, 0.1 or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's causing your artifacts. But in any case, you should be able to just go back to the stock ones if you wanted, just to get it going. And then if in the future, yeah, maybe not just you. So like I said, I see them for sale often. Make of that what you will. I don't know. I've not asked anybody like, hey, why are you selling these or anything like that. So I don't know. Tap you want to get rid of anyway. you can either go cheap route and buy a cheap mouse switch and do clicky, or go Beacon cartographer's $35. Mouse switch is going to cost you like, I don't know, fucking $2 off of Amazon or something. You might have to buy like a pack of 5, but if you wanted to do clicky, either one of those options, way better option than tap. Tap. So here's the thing. When tap works, it works great. It's extremely difficult to dial in those magnets. And if you don't have those magnets just right, it's going to destroy your beds. It destroyed several beds on 2.4. The Micron had it for a short period of time, and it was having issues. And I was having, actually, I can't even say that it worked great, because I was having issues with it not reading consistently. And on a good quality tap too, tap PCB. So it was having issues with reading consistently, and like it would try to QGL 50 times before I could get it to actually print anything, because it wouldn't read consistently. Oh yeah, Magbet, just do clicky then, Maya. Just do clicky. JPP, how's it going, sir? All right, so SSH hi at yeah, the strain gauge things. So tap doesn't work with a strain gauge. It actually decouples the tool head to move a piece in and out of in front of an optical sensor. Strain gauges like the Revo PZ thing, I've not tried, so I can't say one way or the other on them. I don't know. It seemed expensive for what it is, and sounds like a lot of people have issues with them, so make of that what you will. All right, so let's go over here, copy this. Beacon will work with PI bed with the stock magnetic sheet. Yeah. The issue with the mag beds is that it's not a consistent magnetic surface underneath of that. So it's going to read that magnetic signature from those magnets spaced randomly. Well, not randomly, but you know what I mean. That's why it has issues with the mag beds. Okay, so we've installed that. All right, let's go over here. So weird working with just one monitor, folks. All right. Printer.config devices. USB. Refresh. So if we go into Moonraker, we need this, copy, and paste. Save. Close. Config. Copy. Let's go over here to printer config. Scroll down here to the bottom. Enter. And paste. Go over here. Copy and paste. Devices. Copy. And paste. All right. There's beacon stuff. Big. Find safe Z home. Safe Z home. Z hop 3. Ooh, I want that to be a little bit more than that. All right. Now what do we got? Stepper Z. Probe virtual end stop. Homing retract distance needs to be 0. Bed mesh. I've lost track of chat here. Hold on. What's BD sensor, Brad? You gonna remove tap, Mike? Yeah. You build it using tap. The Formbot kits are great, man. I've not built one of their V0 kits, but the kits that I've gotten from them have been great. Da Vinci, how's it going, sir? Ah, that's good to know, Mike. Because I've been like, I can't tag him. I wonder why. Oh, okay. I'll have to check them out. Is anybody else hungry? I'm hungry. We're looking for bed mesh. Bed mesh. Let me go over here to try it. Machine. Printer config. Bed mesh. Uh, see if I can measure the offset on this thing real quick. I think it's going to be 26. So X will go over to 15. And 30. X max is going to be 35. And 320. Do 30 by 30. Take this speed up to 200. All right. And G, everybody's building under NG, man. Feeling left out over here. How do you guys like the Ender NG? JPP, can you put a link to that in chat, please? Prints clean. Now, is that an enclosed printer or an open printer by default? Okay, let me go back over here, click on JPP's link. Trying to figure out how this mounts. Small and light offers fast bed scanning as well as zero bed scan. Need some better pictures. Why is there a freaking BL Touch here? Is it just a comparison between the two? Trying to figure out what we got going on here. All right, so it's an enclosed by default. So is this just like a little puck thing that goes on there? Somehow? Like a little screw or something? Okay, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that Armin 3D had his own store. Okay, so it's like a quick change thing. If you happen to be on a BL Touch, you don't even need to run new wires. You just plug it into that. That's pretty sweet. All right, now before I forget, let's go down here to the beacon section. And Y offset is 26. Save. We're gonna have to go through setting up all of this contact stuff. I need a seat, man. My back's killing me. Ugh. All right. Shit, man. Ugh. All right, now to go through contact. All right, so beacon, homing method. Home method is going to be set to contact. Home method when homed. Going to be proximity. Home auto calibrate. Is going to be when it is unhomed. So this is going to be what we're setting up right now. There's two options on how to use beacon. One is, you know, the old school way. It gets like you set up like temperature compensation and stuff like that for getting your Z offset and whatnot. The other way is it can come down and the nozzle can come and touch the bed, and when it's beacon senses that it's no longer moving, even though it's receiving a signal to be moving, it knows that, hey, I've touched the bed. It's light. Like, it is incredibly light. So it hasn't damaged any plates yet. Cartographer does it the same way. Hasn't damaged anything. So far so good. But then it uses that to set your Z offset. It knows that, hey, the nozzle's touching at this point. The only thing you gotta watch out for is you gotta make sure your nozzle's clean, because if you got plastic or whatnot build up on the nozzle, then that's gonna throw that off. Melissa's gonna be doing a mercury build. Nice. Oh, way lighter than freaking tap, man. Way lighter. The problem with tap is that in order to have the tool head not like shake loose and come decoupled when it's printing, you got to have pretty strong magnets. But the stronger the magnets are, you more force you need before those magnets release and tap can come up. All right, now we need to set up the homing coordinates which is going to be 175 and 175. Z-hop is going to be 5. Z-hop home speed 30. Also, you want this at the bottom of your config so that this overrides anything above it. Z-home movement speed 300. Home method it's going to be contact. We're going to copy my print start macro from the Trident for this. Now just a sanity check. We're going to go over here to this and compare it to the Trident and make sure, because the Trident we know works. I have it run twice, so it scans there, then it scans coming back. Acceleration scale, acceleration axis maps. When it does the QGL and all that stuff and bed mesh, I wanted to use proximity. Max hot end temp, we're going to set that to 180 so that it never tries to touch the bed with a nozzle hotter than that. Home Y before X. No. All right. Now that all matches. Save. Find our print start macro. RIM 75 terminals. That sucks, and that sucks. All right. Now I can't just one-to-one copy this because this has a whole bunch of box turtle stuff in there. All right, so I need to add this. Enter, enter. Copy. This is, so what it's going to do is it's going to do the bed mesh. It's going to clean the nozzle. And then it's going to home and calibrate again. And then set the nozzle offset to 0.06 to accommodate for thermal expansion. Load first filament we don't need. Heat up. Clean nozzle. Says printing. Okay, now what do we got in the print end macro? Feeders, P9. Okay, so we're good to go there. Another project. What do we got? Auto crimping machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the auto poopy crimping machine. Let me just show you this bad boy. Here we go, one-handed. Oh my goodness.
That's pretty cool. I think I'll pass for now, though.
Let me show you around inside this thing. This is
I like those crimping pliers, though.
So you have lots of cables to crimp.
Okay. Now we need to go to blacksales.local again. I know, you can't find can. It's because it's not fucking there anymore. Machine. Back over here to the printer config. Then let's go over here to files, downloads. It's the wrong one. O2S, Clipper config. We're going to open this in Notepad. Okay. Go through this and get rid of this. That doesn't exist anymore. Copy. paste. There's our not that it's not a question of enjoying it, it's a question of how long it takes. It's not exactly riveting entertainment if you're streaming it. So we're looking for the extruder. All right, we're going to copy this whole thing here. Paste it right here. So micro steps is 32. Ooh, filament diameter. It's a PT 1000. Minimum temp is going to be -5. Maximum temp 360. We're going to be recalibrating pressure advance anyway. Why does it not have a sensor? Oh, there it is, sensor pin. I'll leave it there for reference for now. No spoken audio. Huh? No. Oh, you're good. I got you. You're gonna stream crimping for 6 hours with no audio. Somebody will watch it. I guarantee it. All right. Back to the tasks at hand. All right, there's the extruder done. Nope, take it back. There's the extruder done. Fuck, we gotta do sensorless. Means I'm gonna have to change pins on this freaking board. Yeah. Comment out all this. We don't even need any of that. Copy. Paste. There's the fan. Tool headboard. Is there like a bed scanner thing that can come with this? All right, that's the bottom of this config. So now we need to go over here to Control F. Let's see if we can find EBB anywhere. Screwed up when I took out the ADXL config. No, it sounds like they've got an Orbiscan probe or something. Yeah, I've got it saved. In fact, it's right here. All right, now we got to go into stealth burner or stealth burner LEDs. Save. Firmware restart. Unknown temperature sensor, hot peak. It does not like that. But why? Copy. Paste. Delete. Save and restart. I had the temperature definitions for that sensor. Section probe must be specified. I had this issue with the Trident too. What did I do? Probe Z virtual. And if I go to over here, probe Z virtual and stuff. Sure, bed heater, fan control. Filament sensor, LED, homing. Displays, additional sensors, voltage monitor. Pin, selection probe must be specified. Don't save. I've not seen that. Let's try this. Reboot. Sometimes you just need to turn it off and turn it back on again. Let's see if that works. I like it. I like it. I don't know if I have room to put it on the back of that. No, not really. What is going on with this thing? Why are you complaining about freaking probe? Probe, Z virtual, and stuff. I don't know why it's complaining about that. Captain, you're back. How's it going, sir? So we need to go order 2 smart sensor. Firmware. Flipper config. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so this is what I need. Code, downloads it. Go over here, downloads, smart sensor, clipper config. Extract all. All right. Upload a file, downloads, clipper config. All right. Orbiter filament sensor. It's going to be O2S. And it is going to be PA9. Oh no, here we go. We got it. We've got it. It's listed already. Right below it. Dun, dun, dun. Comment out that one. It's gonna be that. Give me any instructions in this thing. It doesn't. I have to figure out how to use this. All right, so save and restart. All right, let's try SSH pi at black sails dot local. Git pull and cd slash beacon underscore clipper. Okay. Git pull already up to date. Copy. Copy. Dot slash install dot sh. Alex, so I am currently out of work on short-term disability. Normally I work third shift, so streaming hours were still similar to this, but it was basically just Friday, maybe Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so that's why. Later, JPP. All right, still don't understand why this is doing that. Yelling about the probe, and I don't know why. Option pin in section probe. Let's go back into this. What do I got included in this thing? Okay, we're not going to do adaptive mesh anymore. We're not doing line purge. And we're not doing G-code buttons. Save and restart. You're building a box turtle. Raj, I'm having a lot of luck with the Dragon / Rapid Burner toolhead and the Trident with it. It's got the 4010 fans on there. Yeah, Jabberwocky's definitely an option too. I've got that coming up soon on the Switchwire build. Control F. Probe. Nope. 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 Next. Next. I had the same problem for a while over here. Anybody that's installed Beacon, uh, sus burner? No. Didn't have enough cooling airflow before installing sus burner ain't gonna help you any. It could be nozzle scrub. Sus burner is really cool looking. But no. Well, I take it back. It's not cool looking. It's a tiny stealth burner. It's cute. A14, yeah. I just don't like the filament cutter solution on it. I think the cleanest looking one is either Stealth Burner's filament cutter or Rapid Burner's filament cutter. Nope, no probe in here. All right, let's go back into here. We've got command line, mainsail, nozzle scrub. I don't even have this included yet. Option pin in section probe. You guys there? Oh, there we are. Disconnected me for some reason for a second there. All right. I do not know where this could be at. I'm starting to get pissed. Adaptive mesh. We don't need that. G-code buttons. Don't need that. Line purge. Don't need that. Nozzle scrub. We're going to have to modify this. But probe. No. Not in there anywhere. Not that I thought it would be. Go in here. Let's include this. All right. Name of this file is O R D I T 2 underscore capital S M A R T R dot EFG. Save and restart. There is no section probe, you shit. Do some updates, maybe. It's always the stupid things, man. Oh, that's interesting. Chat wasn't updating over there. I need to get some CA activator. It's like a sticky situation. It was better than Diddy sending you baby oil. Oh, shit. All right, well, you know what? It'd be great if it told me what fucking config it was in. Config error. I'm looking through the config and the Clippy log right now. Try to see if I can see if there's like some sort of error on this side of it. This option equals Pro Z virtualized. Lines. Okay. Line 623, 604. Let me write these down. Clippy extras 623 604 556. Clipper Clippy extras probe. Who want a can of beef Voron? Nice. Okay, so we got to go way up here. Five, 5, 6 is going to be our first one. $604. $623. Okay. Good fix. Those configs don't even exist anymore. It's for clicky stuff. And camp. Settings. This is fucking irritating. Pie clipper. Update rerun. Yes. dash dash force update underscore firmware dash p1. The fuck are you talking? P1 minus M pip install dash dash upgrade firmware P1 dash dash. The fuck? Sudo service flipper restart. It's complaining about pin in a section probe. It doesn't freaking exist. Clippy Extras Pro. I don't have this beacon model stuff over here. No. Yeah, if I do find probe, it's just a checklist up here. Probe points for the QGL. Bed mesh. ADXL. Probe method in the beacon config. Z offset and save thing. Start. Can't calibrate anything. Because it won't start. It's getting on to be 2 o'clock, folks. I'm getting real tired of doing this. I'm sure you're all getting real tired of watching me do this. I'm extremely hungry. In fact, I'm gonna go over here and get some M&Ms. I really want to get this power supply in the Trident today so I can get back to printing drawers. I wanted to get this up and going so I could start printing multi-board. But that ain't working. Sure, I'll take some beef Voron. I have a feeling I might have to go into like WinSCP, find that extras folder and figure out what the fuck is wrong with it. Like I said, I had the same issue on the Trident. I changed probe thing in here, the printer config. I ended up fixing it. I had to like just copy and paste it back in there. I've done that already. That is not working. So, I don't know. I'll ask around, see what I can figure out. If not, well, we gotta figure it out somehow. So, regardless, we'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, drop a like, even though this stream's been a shit show. Half of them always are. I'll talk to you later. Bye.